Where did Speedy Delivery come from? And the little gesture.
Speedy Delivery, I don't know. I guess it was just I don't know. That just came out of somewhere. But Speedy Delivery, I think the first show we did, I delivered an armadillo to Fred. The theme was something to do with armor and protection and so forth, whatever this symbol was. And I remember leaving and saying, well, I have more deliveries, Mr. Roger. Well, Speedy Delivery. I did that and off I went. It's just stuck.
And now there's a documentary about you called Speedy Delivery. It's produced by Los Angeles director Paul Germain. It was shown here in Seattle at the Children's Film Festival that was sponsored by the Northwest Film Forum. How do you feel about being the center of that documentary?
You know, it was a wonderful experience because they've shown it 3 times. And I was there for 2 of the Q&As after it. And you know, basically, the audience was 90% the graduates of the neighborhood. People, we had college kids, we had people whose children grew up with it, and we had some 4th and 5th graders, but it wasn't for preschoolers, or it isn't for preschoolers. It's really a documentary on my life in the neighborhood, I guess.
Right. And all the years that you spent there, how it happened, a lot of what we've talked about here.
Yeah, and Paul Germain is the producer director. I met him one day by happenstance. I was at a mall outside of Pittsburgh. They were opening this new mall, and it had a PBS courtyard or something to that effect, and that's why I was there. And he came up to me. He was, at the time, going to Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh and studying film, and he was doing his master's work, and he said, I'd like to do a documentary, a 10-minute documentary on you. And I said, well, that's fine. You know, you're right behind our studio. Stop over someday. And I forgot about it for a couple of months, and all of a sudden he shows up. And he said, I'd like to do it. I said, well, fine. Here's where I'm going the next couple of months. And he spent 3 or 4 months with me, following me around different places. And it's taken him a while to get it on. He had no budget. He got a grant from the college to do it with. So Paul saw something, and he grew up with it too, because he's 27. now, and he saw something in what I was doing and liked the concept of, here's somebody who's very passionate about what he's doing, and I am. And he saw that, and that's sort of the key of the Speedy Delivery.